Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. This is Michelle Jones coming to you live after a run. And I am the owner and operator of Being My Sister's Keeper at sisterskeeper.com and the moderator for the online Facebook group Living with Lupus 365 One Day at a Time. And I am coming to you this morning because I came to you last week and told you that I'd be starting an online series, 4-part, about my journey in living with lupus and running and being healthy about it. So since I introduced it to you last week, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a heads up on what it's really about. And it's about my journey over the past 17 years of being diagnosed and living with lupus and the different things that I've done to make myself healthy. And trust, I've done some things that were unhealthy as well. But good morning, little brother. But the thing that I would like you to understand before you decide to follow me on this journey is that I'm not only going to talk to you about the physical. The physical is important, and there's a lot of research and studies and a lot of information online, and I'm going to help break that down for you to quote unquote layman's terms, the way it was broken down to me. But I want you to also understand that running healthy with lupus is an emotional as well as a spiritual plus the physical. If you are not centered mentally with yourself to be prepared to accept your diagnosis and to continue to thrive in that diagnosis, and not that you have to defy odds or anything of that nature, but it takes all of you. It takes your physical, it takes your mental, it takes your spiritual, and it takes your emotional. So maybe about 2-3 months ago, I went through what I call a realignment period. And all of that takes, and it accounts for all of the things that go with running healthy with lupus. Because it sat me down and it made me think. And in that thinking process, I had to reevaluate those things that I was doing physically and find out how they were affecting me emotionally and spiritually. And I had to get those areas in my life right as well so that I would be able to run. And when I say run, I don't necessarily mean actually getting out and running at a high pace. I'm talking about running as in being healthy. Whether you walk, whether you jog, whether you ride a bike, whether you lift weights, whatever that thing is that you do to be healthy. It could be chair yoga, but as long as you do it on a consistent basis, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about being healthy. There are things that, it's getting up to the new year and people are going to make all these resolutions to get healthy in 2018. And you have to understand that healthy is a straight lifestyle. It's what you eat. It's what you drink. It's how you feel. It's how you move. It's how you react. It's about how your life is just balanced. And I am not one for balance because it takes precedence. Different things in your life you prioritize. But balance just sounds like the most normal thing to say. And for some of you, it will be balance because you have to balance your home life. You have to balance your work life. You have to balance your play life. You have to balance. But in the interim, you also have to understand that you have to balance yourself. So that means you have to realign yourself so that you can be healthy. And again, I'll keep reiterating that it is emotional and it is the physical and it is the mental and it is the spiritual that helps you survive every single day with this mysterious disease called lupus. Because again, it affects each one of us differently. And what I do for me may not work for you. But by listening or hearing or me telling you what I do for me, it might give you an idea of what you can do for you. And if what you're doing for you is working for you, I applaud you. Here's your high five. Keep it up. I encourage you to keep living a healthy life. This thing does not have to debilitate you. This thing does not have to put you down. This thing does not have to destroy you. And when we take the time to get ourselves together and to get in tune and get in touch with our emotional side, there have been some things that have been going on within the last, I would say, 7 to 10 days in my personal life that had me out here at Oak Grove in the rain, running, because the rain was actually mixing with my tears, but my spirit was getting free at the same time. So whilst the rain was coming down, my spirit was being lifted. And those are the things that we have to actually find for ourselves. So regardless of what was going on in my personal life, I can't change it. I can't do anything about it. And my mothering spirit wants to run and to be there and to do all those things. And my physical is saying that's not possible. So my big word for the day, acquiesce. We digress and we do those things that get us into a healthy place. For me, my healthy place is running. So I just ran 6 miles around the lake and I feel absolutely great and I feel wonderful. And now I can go home and I can make that telephone call and I can have that conversation and I can be settled within myself to know that, okay, I'm in a right place. So this is what my 4-part series is going to be about when I say running healthy with lupus. We're going to talk about that physical. We're going to talk about that mental. We're going to talk about that emotional. And we're going to talk about that spiritual. And understand me, I'm not talking religion. I'm talking about your relationship with your higher power. Whomever your higher power is, that's your relationship. And whenever we're talking about mental, listen. None of us are in a place where we can say that we ain't a little bit crazy, but guess what? We are not letting it take us over. We are getting the help. We are asking for the help. We are seeking the help if we need it, because one thing is sure and two things is certain. Depression and lupus go hand in hand. It can be depressing. So I want you to be mentally strong enough to keep yourself healthy. So again, my name is Michelle Jones, and I am owner and operator of Being My Sister's Keeper at sisterskeeper.com, and that's sister, SISTAS, keeper, KEEPER.com, and moderator for the online group Living with Lupus 365, one day at a time. And I'm coming to you because I love you. Have a nice day.